guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be doing the my must-have makeup tag, or the ride or die tag. This tag was created by Jaclyn Hill, but I decided that I wanted to do it today to just show you guys my must-have makeup and beauty products. So if you guys want to see that, then please stay tuned. So I'm gonna go in the order of which I would apply it to my face. So starting off with primers, the first one I want to talk about is the SmashBox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I love this primer. I've been using it now for probably like a year or two, and I love this one and the pore minimizing one, but I love this one just a tad bit more just because of the finish that it has. It's like more of like that kind of almost greasy finish, but it like smooths out your pores. It just smooths out everything and keeps your makeup on for a long time. So I love this one. And yes, I'm still too cheap to buy the full size, so I am still using the sample sizes but I will buy the full size because I really do love this and I cannot live without it. So the other primer that I have that I love, that I fell in love with, is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. If you are an oily girl, then you need this in your life. I slept on this for a long time and I watched other people brag and talk about this for the longest. And I was like, I really want to try it. And then I didn't even notice how much it was. And then I was kind of like, ooh, this is expensive, but it is definitely worth it. The only thing I would say about it is that it does leave, like if you let it dry, it leaves kind of like white patches underneath your foundation, so you really do have to buff it out or that will show through. But it is amazing. It keeps you matte. Like when I apply this, I don't have to worry about like touching up for hours because it keeps me matte throughout the day. So love this. And it's also great for pores as well. So I'm not someone who has very large pores, but if you do have large pores, then you will love this twice as much. So moving on to foundations now. The first one that I wanted to mention is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Max Foundation. I wore this foundation out last year. Like I use this foundation so much, and I went through probably about 3 or 4 of these, and this one's already like empty. I need to get a new one. So I went through so many of these that it was ridiculous, but this foundation is clutch. And I don't use that word a lot, but this foundation is clutch. Like this was like the only foundation in my collection for a long time that I knew I could apply it and there was nothing I would have to worry about because it's matte. It lasts for a long time. It's pretty much full coverage. Like it says that it's medium coverage, but it can be pretty much full coverage with a powder and concealer. The only thing is that it is a little bit orange on me, but it settles in within like 10 or 15 minutes or so, and it does pretty well. This foundation is just bomb. Like if you do not have this foundation or you haven't tried it, then I don't know what you're doing. Like you should definitely go try this foundation. It's a little bit pricey for drugstore, but it's definitely worth it. This was L'Oreal's probably best, alongside the True Match, best foundation. So love it. So the last foundation that I wanted to talk about is a higher end foundation, but it's one that I did a demo and review on, and it's pretty popular here on my channel. I will have it linked down below. But this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Long Wear Liquid Foundation. And I'm so sad that it's almost gone because for the month of like August, September, all summer long, since I got this foundation, I was using it like every day. And I didn't care that it was super duper full coverage, whatever. I was wearing it to work, to the grocery store, like every day. And it became like an everyday casual foundation for me. And it was crazy, but I love it just that much. I don't know what it is about it. It's just the perfect color for me. I believe this is shade 12. So I believe this is the darkest. I'm not exactly sure, but perfect color, perfect coverage, waterproof, oil-free, amazing. So I was like, I have to mention this in the video today. Like I said, I did a review and demo, and I'll have that link down in the description bar below. So if you've been watching my channel for some time, then you already know the concealer that I'm probably going to mention, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Cafe. So this was the first concealer that for me was holy grail because I was not into trying a whole lot of concealers at the time. I didn't have dark under eye circles, and I really didn't know anything about concealing. So I bought some concealers, but they were too light or they were too dark. So this was the concealer that I started buying, and I've bought probably 20 plus bottles of this since I started using this, and it is amazing. And this is one of the best drugstore concealers out there. I do have a drugstore concealers video here on my channel, and I will leave that in the description bar below as well. But I love this because it is pretty great coverage. It is a little bit thinner compared to some other concealers, but it's pretty great coverage, and the shades are okay. I wish it had a shade darker, just one shade darker than this, but this is perfect for me because it's exactly like 2 shades lighter than me, so it works great as a highlighting shade. So I love this concealer by Maybelline. So the other concealer that I wanted to mention is a bit pricey because it's higher end, but this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer, and y'all, this is the concealer that I have pretty much used in all of my previous videos for the past few months because this concealer just changed my life. I don't know what it was, but it's full coverage. It is amazing. It seems like it's the same consistency as the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but when you put it on, it's completely full coverage, like a MAC concealer, but just weightless, just thin. You don't feel it. You don't have to blend it out for 5 minutes like you do with the MAC concealers because they're so thick. This is amazing. I don't know how they did it, but it's amazing. And this is the shade Dark Warm. So this is a little bit warmer. I do wish I would have gotten like the next shade up. So one more shade lighter. I think it was like dark golden or something like that, or dark neutral. But I love the fact that they added some darker shades to this line because when they did, I ran out and got this, and I'm so happy I did because now I can't live without it. Get it. So I haven't really been finding a whole lot of setting powders to set my concealer with that I really love. I've been trying some new ones that are kind of getting up there, but I wanted to mention this one because this is the one that out of all the ones that I've tried, this is the one I cannot live without, and this is the Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. So this is a loose white powder. They do have the pressed powder as well in this, and a lot of people love that as well, but this is the loose powder. It's completely translucent, so it is white, but it does not give flashback. It is amazing at setting the under eyes, and this is something that I've used for the past year or so, and I love it. And I also love the packaging as well. It's like the nice gold reflect packaging that they have. So this is pretty much the only product that I have by Tarte because I haven't really tried a lot of products, and this one is really good. So I don't know, I've just been sleeping on the rest of Tarte's products, but this is really good by them. Okay, so moving on to contouring and bronzing powders. I don't contour a lot, but I do like to bronze my face, and my staple product is the CoverGirl Ebony Bronze Bronzer. I love this bronzer. It is a tad bit like red, if you can see that, but it works really well if you just use like a light application of it, and it bronzes up, does an amazing job. I finally found something that worked for my skin color because I could not find something for the longest, so that's why I never bronzed. I never did any contouring because I could not find the right shade. So once I found this, I loved it, and this is something I use pretty much every time I decide to bronze my face. So the first one I actually do not have with me. It actually broke, so I do have to restock. It is the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Finishing Powder. I love that powder. Glam Twins actually put me onto that because that's their staple item, and I actually love it. I set my under eye sometimes with it. I set my overall face. It also works as a foundation because it is a foundation powder, so it works as both. So I love that powder. I just want to get another one, probably another 2, so I just have some just in case they break. The next powder that is a staple now that I've been using it is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder in Dark Deep. And this powder is amazing. I usually just put this all over my face and it just gives like a nice light coverage. It's not something for coverage, so it's definitely different from the Makeup Forever powder, but just for setting my face, it works really well. For highlighter, I only have one product to mention, and that is the Anastasia Glow Kit. If you guys do not own one of the glow kits, go out and get one because it is worth it. It's $40, but it is worth it because you get pretty big size pan shades and you can pop these out and put them in your own pan. So if you don't like all of the colors, you can get, you know, one from this palette, one from another palette if you're balling like that. But I like all of these colors and I like to mix and match. The only one I don't use a lot is this one, Sunburst, because it is a little bit bright, but all of these colors are perfect and they just give a nice radiant glow to the skin. My favorite one in this palette is the Golden Bronze. Like, that is amazing for darker skin tones because it is like a deep bronzy gold color. Like, if you guys can see that, it's amazing. So I love this color. It's just, look at that, it's just so golden on my skin, and I just love that because I have like yellow undertones, so it makes it look more of like a natural but highlighted glow. So I love the Anastasia palette. This is something I use every single day. I do have other highlighters, but nothing compares. It has the right amount of consistency, pigmentation, everything that just make you never want to put it down. So love this palette. So for lips, my first product that I want to mention is the NYX Butter Gloss. And I love these little things. They're so travel friendly. Like, they're small, but you get quite a bit of product in here. They are 0.27 fluid ounces, so you get quite a bit of product. This was in the one Gingersnap, and I think these are like the best neutral gloss for my skin tone. So I like this one in Praline, and I just keep these in my purse. I don't even bring them out because if it's not in my purse the next day, then I get really mad. So I keep them in my purse, and they're amazing. I cannot live without these. They moisturize my lips and give me a nice sheen. And they give a nice sheen throughout the day. So I love those glosses. For lip pencil, I really like the MAC Chestnut lip pencil. This is one that just goes with pretty much every single shade that I have, since I stick to kind of more of the darker nudes. This works really well. And for any pinks, it works really well at creating like a nice ombre as well. So if you don't have the MAC Chestnut lip liner, then you're sleeping on it and you should get it. For liquid lipsticks, I am not someone who likes a lot of different colors. Again, I like to kind of stick to the darker nudes, darker pinks, mauve colors. And one that I've really been liking is the Anastasia Trust Issues. I do have it on top of another color today, but I just find myself always putting this on top or always pairing it with something else, and it just works really well. And it also works really well on its own as well. It's a nice kind of deep plum mauve color almost, and it works really well in the fall as well. So I really like this color, and I definitely see myself pairing this a while. So it's something that I really couldn't live without right now. So moving on now to eyes. As far as primers go, I have one primer that I want to mention, and I don't see it in front of me right now, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion Primer. I love that eyeshadow primer. It's something that I cannot live without anymore. It changes the way my eyeshadow lasts. I have very oily eyelids, as you may see like right now, but I have really oily eyelids, and that just kind of combats those oils and helps my eyeshadow last and not crease throughout the day. For brows, I have one staple product that I want to mention from the drugstore, and this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is probably my most favorite eyebrow product out of high-end and drugstore, but definitely my favorite eyebrow product at the drugstore. I have tried a lot, from Rimmel to Maybelline to other L'Oreal pencils to NYX. Nothing tops this. This is amazing. It's definitely really comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but it has a lot of pigmentation and it has a great spoolie on the other side. This is like one of the best spoolies that I love using because it's thin and it's not too thick and bulky. So I love, love, love this pencil. You get quite a bit in here. I don't want to roll it all the way out because it might break, but I love this. It comes in about 2 or 3 different colors and it's very affordable. So definitely try out these pencils if you're looking for something at the drugstore that, you know, is comparable to the Brow Wiz but not $21. Definitely try these out. Now moving on to liquid liners, and the first one, if you know me, again, you know which one I'm going to mention. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This is something I've raved about on my channel for a while. It's like $2.99. You cannot beat it. There's no reason for me to get high-end liquid eyeliners because I feel like the drugstore just takes care of the eyeliner and mascara realm. Like, there's no need for me to have like a high-end $20 liquid eyeliner. I have not purchased a high-end liquid liner, never. So, and I don't have a desire to. I haven't really seen one that people are like. The only one that I thought about purchasing is the Kat Von D one because I have a sample and it's really good, but this does the same thing. I love the wand on this. It's very thin, so you get a nice thin wing liner. You don't have to worry about drawing it on too thick, and it dries completely matte. So I love, love, love this liner. So I have 2 mascaras that I have been loving. The first one is a fairly new mascara, and I don't even know if I've mentioned it on my channel. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is amazing. I don't know why I slept so long on this, besides the price. I don't know why I slept so long on this. This is an amazing mascara. It does everything for me. It lengthens, it volumizes. It is amazing. And it's an average wand, so there's nothing unique or curvy about it. It's just, it's basic. It's a lot of money, but I got it half off during the 21 days of beauty at Ulta. And it's amazing. I'm so glad that I did take advantage of that because, I don't know, I definitely want to try out the other. I think they have another one. I'm not exactly sure, but I love this mascara and it became ride or die real quick. Real quick. It lives in my purse. So it's definitely not with the rest of the friends back in the room. So the last mascara that I wanted to mention is the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Mango Rock Mascara. So this mascara is great for volumizing your lashes. So if you have kind of thin, short lashes, then this will make you look like you have the thickest, best lashes ever. So it is kind of clumpy. It may leave a little bit of clumps, but it's amazing. And I definitely do love it for volume. I can never go wrong with this if I know I want like really thick voluminous lashes, or if I want to blend in my lashes with my falsies, I can use this and know that it will work. So this is something that had become a staple for me over the spring and summer. I love, love, love this mascara. It's great because it's affordable as well, and there's so many different types of mascaras at the drugstore that you can probably eventually find one that you really like, and this one is one that I really, really like. Okay guys, so it feels like this is a very long video, so hopefully I can kind of trim it down. This is the end of the My Must Have Ride or Die makeup tag. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Let it go, make my body go, take our bodies higher and higher.